Talk to Me Tuesday on December 26th, 2023. I hope that if you and your loved ones celebrate the Christmas holiday, that you had a good one. I took the week off from making my video, really just because I never got around to it. It was kind of a busy week. And then the later it got, I just decided I'll just wait until the 26th. So that's what I did. Since the last video I posted, I did get all 4 of those Project Linus quilts that I had quilted a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. I got them bound, so they are ready to turn in at the January meeting. I haven't gotten any more quilted. The year's not over yet, so who knows? I might still get a few done. I have 10 left of those. Theoretically, it's possible, but I'm not going to stress about it, because that was a self-imposed deadline, and it's fine. If I don't get all 10 of them done, that's okay. The one you see behind me, I pieced from Orphan Blocks at BFF Retreat in 2022. It's just a basic medium meander with the exception of the 2 applique blocks. I basically tried to put together any of the donated Southwest or Native American themed fabrics with the blocks that had a similar theme and kind of went color wise. So this is a chunk of just fabric. This is a chunk of just fabric. It was close to a fat quarter. I just trimmed it square and to the size I needed to match these up. But all the rest were donated blocks from different people. I really love how this turned out. I didn't like it until I quilted it. I'm glad that I set it aside for a while because I wasn't thrilled with it. The back is made up of some more donated Native American themed fabric. I do like that you can see the outline of the applique. That's pretty cool. I pretty much just did, these look to be hand-stitched appliques. So I made sure I stitched here and here on the inside of the applique. And then I also stitched inside here and here so that this amount here also had a little bit of quilting, but I didn't want to over quilt it. I kind of wanted it to poof up a little bit, and that's what it did. Same thing with this Oso bear symbol. Really happy with how this one turned out. Let's change to the next quilt. Okay, so also pieced at BFF Retreat 2022 is this one. This is made up of, it was a panel. There were 2 different panels that had wildlife animals on them. I guess that's kind of redundant, but anyway, both of them had pieces cut out of them, and so I cut them into the biggest square I could, and then, like, this is one of the panels, and then the pieces that were kind of in areas where pieces had been fussy cut out, those got put into blocks. These were donated orphan blocks. These were donated orphan blocks. Actually, this was, I think, possibly a border that I then chopped up and pieced into these blocks, and then I added this all the way down. I added this all the way down, and then I took these remnants of the panel, this one here, and just paired them with some coordinating fabric. All of the fabric was donated. I really, really love how this panel, multi-panel quilt turned out. I love that I was able to use every bit that was usable image-wise from both panels, and I really feel like I made them play well together, even though they were 2 completely different panels. Same thing with the blocks. You know, there wasn't really enough of those blocks to do a whole quilt out of, but because they color coordinated with these, it worked out just fine. So this is one of my favorites from that retreat. Possibly my favorite. Yeah, I really, really love this. On the back, is a flannel with owls on it that was given to me by Jennifer O. And that's all in one piece. I didn't have to piece that back. So, okay, so number 3. A woman that used to come to my Project Linus group every month, she brought me these blocks along with the pattern they were for and the remaining strips that she had cut to piece out of. I didn't want to piece anything, so I took all of the blocks. There just happened to be enough here to do this layout. And so I had everything. These were meant to go together. They're truly not orphan blocks. They are just a quilt she decided she didn't want to make after she'd made all these blocks. So I quickly, the week I brought these home, this was in the past year, possibly the end of 2022, early 2023, I took all of these, probably within a week of her bringing them to Project Linus, and I pieced them all into this top, and then the following month I took the remaining fabrics and the pattern and redonated them for someone else to use. So this was a super fast quilt that I put together using donated blocks that were actually meant to be used together. So on the back, this is the first of the Creepy Cat fabric. On the back, I think I have 4 or 5 quilts paired with that backing, either by itself or pieced with another fabric. This one, I believe, is all one piece. There's the cats. The binding fabric came from Jennifer O, and that's number 3. Okay, and lastly, but not least, is this top, which I did not quite realize just how big this was until I went to go hang it up. This is a top that was donated to Jennifer O by Sarah in Houston. She received a large number of those from Sarah, and so she passed some of those on to me. And this is one of them. It's a Jelly Roll Race quilt, and it also has the cat fabric on the back. I did have to piece the back, but it is all that cat fabric, so it's basically just pieced, I think right in the middle, I think, kind of, sort of. And all of these quilts, with the exception of the one with the circles, the one I just showed you on the binding, they all have solid binding fabric that had been donated, and I have a little bit of it, but I was planning to redonate it back to Project Linus, and it just worked fairly well with these quilts, so I ended up making the binding out of those. This one I quilted, this one and this one I quilted in that ribbon kind of style that Jennifer tried out and demonstrated in one of her videos, where this one was waves. So I did basically wavy lines going across, but then I went back and went over them again, but shifted over so that it crisscrossed over it to make the ribbon look. You might be able to see it. Well, I guess you can see it fairly well on the front. So that it's just like ribbons going across, as opposed to a meander. This one was a meander. I did in a rather large meander, but I also did the same thing where I went back over it and did the ribbon effect. I really love that. I think I almost love the wavy line version better, because it was A, easier to do, and B, almost looks like DNA helixes or something, so it's kind of cool. That's all I have for you this week. I hope you have some time for yourself to be crafty, and I will see you next year.